Well, let us look at how the process of configuration would work in detail. Recall our metaphor of represent and reason. We represent knowledge, then we reason over it. So suppose the task is to configure a chair. We must then somehow represent our knowledge of this chair so that we can reason over it. So we may represent our knowledge of the chair in the form of a frame. Here is the frame, here are the various slots. For the time being, let's just assume there are 6 slots that are important. The last 4 of the slots may point to their own frames. So there might be a frame for legs, a frame for seat, and so on. Now, some of these frames have slots like size and material and cost. For legs, we may have an additional slot like count, what is the number of legs in the chair. Now, this particular frame representation captures our knowledge of the generic, prototypical chair. To do configuration design is to come up with a specific arrangement of all the parts to this particular chair to assign values to each of the variables, which means filling out the fillers for each of the slots. Of course, the values of these variables depends in part on the global constraints of mass and cost. We may, for example, have a global constraint on the mass of the chair or on the cost of the chair or both. We may have additional constraints as well. For example, the material of the chair might be given. Perhaps the material needs to be metal.